Justice in Stoicism, doing the right thing. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Marcus Aurelius. Justice is one of the four cardinal virtues of Stoicism, alongside wisdom, courage, and temperance. For the Stoics, justice is not merely about laws and punishment. It is about fairness, integrity, and doing what is right, even when it is difficult. In a world filled with moral dilemmas, ethical compromises, and competing interests, the Stoic approach to justice provides a clear and unwavering guide. Always act in accordance with reason and virtue, treating others as you would wish to be treated. Let's explore how Stoic justice can be applied to our daily lives and why it remains a powerful principle for modern times. The Stoic perspective on justice. Justice, in the Stoic sense, is rooted in the idea that we are all part of a larger community, humanity itself. The Stoics believe that our duty is not just to ourselves, but to the world around us. What justice means in Stoicism. According to the Stoics, justice is about fairness, treating others equitably without bias or selfishness. Duty, acting for the common good rather than personal gain. Integrity, being honest and true to your values, even when no one is watching. Compassion, recognizing the shared humanity in others and treating them with kindness. A Stoic does not seek revenge, hold grudges, or act out of hatred. Instead, they respond to injustice with wisdom, patience, and moral clarity. What justice is not. Justice is often misunderstood as mere punishment or retribution, but for the Stoics, justice is not about seeking vengeance. Retaliation only fuels a cycle of harm. Justice is not about selfish interests. True justice serves the greater good, not personal advantage. Justice is not about blind rule following. Laws are useful, but true justice requires wisdom to know when a rule must be questioned. By understanding what justice truly means, we can act with integrity in every aspect of life. How injustice leads to suffering. Injustice, whether committed by individuals or societies, inevitably leads to turmoil. When people act without fairness, corruption spreads, relationships break down, and trust erodes. We see businesses exploiting workers, prioritizing profits over people, leading to widespread resentment and inequality. We see individuals lying and deceiving others, creating relationships built on falsehoods that inevitably collapse. We see governments acting without concern for their citizens, resulting in oppression, rebellion, and suffering. The Stoics understood that when justice is ignored, society is fractured. But when people uphold justice, they create harmony, stability, and mutual respect. Stoic wisdom on justice. Marcus Aurelius. What injures the hive injures the bee. Epictetus. Whoever is unjust to another is unjust to himself. Seneca. A good character, when established, is not afraid of being observed. Justice is not just about protecting others. It is also about protecting our own moral character. The unjust person may gain temporary advantages, but in the long run, they corrupt their own soul. Practicing Stoic justice in daily life. The Seneca. Truth is the first step toward justice. Marcus Aurelius. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Epictetus. Never esteem anything as an advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect. Seneca. We should give as we would receive, cheerfully, quickly, and without hesitation. Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Speaking the truth, even when it's hard. Imagine discovering dishonesty at work, a colleague fudging numbers, a manager covering up mistakes. Do you stay silent to protect yourself, or do you risk discomfort to stand up for what is right? Stoic justice reminds us that truth is not always convenient, but it is always necessary. Treat others fairly, regardless of status. Picture yourself as a supervisor with two employees, one a longtime friend, the other a new hire. Both make the same mistake. Do you correct them equally, or does your friendship cloud your judgment? True justice means holding everyone to the same standard, even when personal relationships make it difficult. Put principle over popularity. What if doing the right thing makes you unpopular? Would you still stand firm? Justice is not about seeking approval, it's about holding fast to what is right, even if it means standing alone. Give without expecting recognition. Do you only help when there's something in it for you, or do you give freely, knowing that true generosity needs no reward? A just person acts out of virtue, not vanity. Forgive, but do not enable injustice. If someone wrongs you, do you let anger consume you, seeking revenge? Or do you rise above it, ensuring that justice is served without letting bitterness take root? Forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength guided by wisdom. Leaders who stood for justice. Great leaders throughout history have embodied Stoic justice, refusing to compromise their principles, even at great personal cost. Nelson Mandela, choosing reconciliation over revenge. Mandela spent 27 years in prison for opposing apartheid. When he was released, he had every reason to seek vengeance. Instead, he chose justice, not as retribution, but as reconciliation. By focusing on unity rather than revenge, he helped heal a divided nation. Abraham Lincoln, leading with integrity. Lincoln's commitment to justice was unwavering, even when it made him enemies. His decision to end slavery was not popular with everyone, but he saw it as a moral duty. He knew that true leadership meant doing what was right, not what was easy. Everyday heroes of justice. Justice is not only practiced by world leaders. Every day, ordinary people choose to stand up for what is right. A whistleblower exposes corruption. A corporate employee discovers illegal activities within their company. They risk their job to reveal the truth, ensuring justice is served. A teacher notices a student being treated unfairly and takes action to support them, ensuring they receive the help they need. A bystander intervenes against injustice. Someone witnesses an act of discrimination and chooses to speak up rather than stay silent, making the world a fairer place. The power of justice in our lives. When we act justly, we earn the trust and respect of those around us. When we stand for what is right, we become role models for others. When we refuse to compromise our integrity, we cultivate inner peace. A just person does not ask, "What will I gain?" but rather, "What is the right thing to do?" Final words of Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, "To do harm is to do yourself harm. To act unjustly is to act against your own nature." Epictetus, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." Seneca, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Conclusion. Justice is not a passive virtue. It requires action, courage, and conviction. The world needs more people who are willing to do what is right, even when it is difficult. By practicing Stoic justice, we not only improve our own character, but also help create a better society. Questions. Have you ever faced a situation where doing the right thing was difficult? How did you respond? How can you apply the Stoic principles of justice in your daily life? What would the world look like if everyone prioritized justice over personal gain? Final thought. Justice is not about knowing what is right. It is about having the courage to do it. Thank you for attending this lecture. Now go and practice justice.